The Pro V1, the gold standard of golf, costs 50 quid a dozen. Every ball on this list costs up to 65% less. And the feel, the green side, the spins and the distance of the tee are genuinely in the same bracket, while delivering absolutely better value. Only 3 rules to make it on the list: under £35 a dozen, at least 3-piece construction and urethane cover. Because that's what gives you the feel and the spin control we are all chasing around the greens. Let's go. At number 5, a seriously underrated golf ball, Wilson don't spend the marketing budget making noise about this one, which is exactly why it ends up on a list like this. The Wilson Triad is soft off the putter face. It grips the green when you need to stop the ball, and off the tee, it's genuinely long. You're not giving anything away to the bigger brands. For 34 to 35 pounds at standard retail, you are getting tour level feel at a fraction of what the tour brands charge for it. Catch it on offer below 30 quid, and it is one of the strongest buys on this entire list. Now, number 4, and the one I would argue deserves considerably more attention than it gets, that's the Srixon Q-Star Tour 2026. At around 32.99 quid at standard retails, but often below 30. Here's what nobody in the shop never actually tells you. The cover on the Q-Star Tour runs the exact same technology as the Z-Star. That's Srixon's full tour ball, the one their tour pros play. They've taken that same construction, repositioned it down the range, and repriced it beneath it. So what you are actually buying with the Z-Star is tour ball feel and greenside performance at a price that just doesn't reflect it. And if you're not swinging at tour speed, which, let's be honest, most amateur golfers aren't, this ball is actually better matched to your game than the Pro V1. It is softer off the face, which means more feel when you need to judge distance, and the greenside spin is genuinely one of the strongest across everything on this list. When you're trying to hold a green or check a chip, this ball responds, as all the balls on that list. It offers tour ball performance for mid-range money, and that really is the whole argument. Now, number 3 is where things get genuinely interesting, because on raw price per ball alone, nothing here comes close. The Kirkland Signature at £17.50 a dozen. That works out at under £1.50 per ball for a urethane golf ball that holds its own against the Pro V1 in head-to-head testing. That is impressive. There's nothing that beats that price. But why is it sitting at number 3 and not at the top? There's 2 things you need to know before you go and order it. The first thing is that Costco sells it in a box of 24 balls, not 12. And there's a minimum purchase currently in place of 2 of those boxes. So before you've struck a single shot, you're already committing to 48 golf balls and £70 out of your account. That's the number the headline price doesn't show you. And the second is that there's a Costco annual membership sitting underneath all of that, which, if you're not a member, will prevent you from even entering the store and buying it. The performance is exceptional. It has soft feel, proper greenside bite, and it carries very well off the tee. But access is part of the value equation, and unfortunately this one comes with certain conditions. If you're already a Costco member and happy buying in bulk, it is the best cost per ball on this entire list. However, if you're not, the next 2 entries are a better conversation. But before we get to those, 2 quick mentions. Both great balls, but just missed the cut. The TaylorMade Tour Response comes in at 38 to 40 pounds, which puts it over the ceiling. The performance is genuinely there. It has really good distance, soft field around the greens. But unfortunately, a chunk of what you're paying for is the TaylorMade name. And that doesn't change how the ball flies. Catch it on sale below £35 and it's straight on this list. Then second, the Seed SD01 at exactly £35 direct from their website, right at the ceiling on this list. And the only reason it's not in the main ranking is that every ball on this list delivers the same quality for a little less. One to watch if the price ever drops. Now, before we get to number 2 on the list, if you're getting value from this, hit subscribe. I put out a video exactly like this every week. Just golf with the money side of it taken seriously. Now, number 2 has the most interesting price story on this entire list. The Mizuno RB Tour. Standard retail price lands around 30 to 32 pounds. But when it drops to 25, and it does regularly, if you know where to look, this becomes the best deal on a per performance basis for anyone without a Costco card. Off the tee, it carries further than you'd expect for the price. Further than anything else at this price point. And you feel that in real yards on the course. But where it really earns its place is around the greens. The feel on short shots is soft without being dead. And the spin control when you're pitching or chipping is genuinely at tour ball level. You would pay £15 more a dozen for that performance elsewhere, at least. And here's what nobody in the industry ever says out loud. Mizuno's entire brand premium lives inside its irons. The forging heritage, the blade reputation, nothing feels like a Mizuno. The ball gets none of that halo, which means it carries none of that price premium either. The gap between what Mizuno represents as a brand and what the RB Tour costs at its best price is entirely your advantage. Now, if you play enough golf to go through a box a month and you're prepared to shop smart but still want a great ball, this might be the best ball on this entire list for the money. You just have to be willing to track the price and move when the moment comes. But at its best price, there is nothing on this list that touches it for value. And last but not least, at number 1, and that is the ball I'm playing most of the time, is the Inisis Tour 900. The reason it wins this ranking comes down to a single word. Always. $29.99 a dozen. Always. You go online right now or walk into Decathlon tomorrow, check back in 3 months, $29.99 without exception. No membership required, no minimum order, hiding beneath the headline price, no refreshing 5 different retailer tabs, waiting for the right week and the right price. Decathlon manufactures this ball directly and sell it directly. No other retail chain taking a margin along the way. No tour ambassador deal buried quietly in the sleeve price. It's just the ball, 3-piece, urethane cover, and the price that dropped from £35 initially at now $29.99. The performance backs it up. Off the tee, it gives you all the distance you need. Through the irons, the feel is consistent and great. And around the greens, which is where the balls live or die, the spin and the softness are genuinely in the same conversation as balls, costing £50 per dozen. It stops the balls, it checks, it does what a tour level urethane cover is supposed to do every time. Yes, the Kirkland is cheaper per ball, the Mizuno is great, all the balls on this list are great, but they have some slight condition attached to them. The Inisis never does. It is available each time you go into the shop. And for me, this is what value is actually supposed to mean. Not necessarily the lowest possible number in the best possible circumstances, but the same excellent performance at a price you can rely on, knowing it will be there every single time you need one. Now, if this video saved you money or gave you something useful, subscribe. It genuinely helps the channel grow. And if you want to keep going down the ball route, I just tested 9 low compression golf balls specifically designed for slower swing speed golfers, and only 5 made the cut. Most people would assume the Kirkland or the Inisis are there. It's neither. That video is right there.